great deal, and yes, I'd like to make this happen. The first thing you should know is that the public is always smarter than you. If you put a song out and you go, that's it, watch it go, light fuse, stand back, everybody stand back, it's gonna be a hit, it's gonna be a hit, it's gonna be a hit, and it goes like this. Who is smarter than who? Your big, smart pop song went nowhere. The public just told you, they're smarter than you on that one. Because you said you had it and they said, I don't think so. And you didn't have it. So they're smarter than you. And that's what you have to deal with. They're smarter. And by defining your expectations, if you decide that you want to be a pop star, that's not a dirty word. It just means pop just means popular. Frank Sinatra was a pop star. Jimi Hendrix was a pop star. Lots of people are pop stars. What kind of pop star? Lots of people are jazz musicians. What kind of jazz musician? You can define the genre any way you want. So if you said you want to be a pop star, then you have to look at your songs. There's also people here who are a little dishonest about what they really want to be. And I think if you want to be famous, if you want to make music for as many people as possible, just come out and say it. Don't say, I want to be indie. I'm just going to be an independent artist. And really secretly wish that you wanted to be a pop star. Because from the very beginning, it's disingenuous. There's nothing wrong with saying, I want to play music for as many people as possible without compromising the things that I have to be as an artist. And that's what I've done. Sony Music doesn't come into the studio when I'm making a record, but I also know what's going to be a hit, or what stands the chance of being a hit, and what just doesn't. And it's a level of honesty with yourself that you have to have before you hand your music out to anybody else. So that's sort of what I want to say about expectations. If you only recognize success as a record deal and a big fat Publishers Clearinghouse oversized Tiger Woods check and a dinner and then going to the top of the roof and screaming, I made it! Most of you will be stunning failures. I'll tell you right now, most of you, I didn't do it that way. But if you define success by putting out your first record and selling 5,000 copies, going to have sushi when you say, yeah, I got 5,000 copies. When I sell 5,000 copies, I'm going to consider this a success. That's the difference between people who walk this earth happy and people who walk the earth constantly unfulfilled, because they've never defined the finish line. I know artists who sold 2 million records. It's not enough, because they never said what making it was going to be. They just had this feeling like it was their life. They were just going to know. It's not going to work like that. It's just not going to work like that. So, in moving into songwriting, talk about what the people's ear is, how you take all this information and turn it into inspiration and understand how to convert it into the people's ear in a way that can translate to a lot of people. So if you're a songwriter, you're learning a lot of information. You know how to go, 1, I'm singing over my 1, 4, I'm singing over my 4 minor, 1. All right, that's information. That's just information, you know? When you start writing from information, it doesn't work out. You have to convert that information into inspiration. I know that when I go to this chord, it makes me feel like that and takes me back to that place. It's even great that you're in Boston. So you get the information at Berklee and the inspiration on Newberry Street. Just walk all the way down Newberry Street. A lot of you guys are writing songs right now that are about other things. They're about, I'm going to write a song about knights in shining armor. I'm going to write a song about the days of yore, and kings and medieval. And that's cool for an exercise, but when it comes down to actually writing a song, what connects with people is you connecting with yourself. So we're in October right now. So you're still in the honeymoon period with being at Berklee. But within the next 2 weeks, I'm excited to find out who on a Sunday night in the middle of the night gets up and goes, where the fuck am I? And just starts walking. Just starts walking. And when you do that, you might not have done it yet, but when you finally go, what the hell? What happened? I'm in Boston. I'm in Boston. Where's home? Now we're talking about songwriting. Now we're talking about songwriting. information, taking Pat Patterson's lyric writing class, who can teach you the information and converting that into inspiration. And you can go anywhere from, and the truth is, I miss you. That's what, listen, Pat Patterson and I both will tell you, that's great. You don't need to talk about, and the truth is, like a knight in shining armor on a white stallion running across the plains. You don't have to. But you could, because you have the information. And this goes for guitar players. This goes for singers.